so just like that, we finished up a 2.5 hour bike ride. That bike ride basically took me about over 30 miles. I'm dead. Like I said, tonight my head's gonna hit the pillow like I just had about 30 beers. But I'm dying. This is Ironman prep is getting real already. This is what makes or breaks you. There's times, because I'm not used to sitting on the saddle, where I just wanted to get off the bike. You always give in and give up on uncomfortable situations. You never build your mind. Your mind's like a muscle. You got to train it and be resilient. So that's what we did tonight. We got after it for sure. But I'm going to show you guys. Tomorrow, wake up early, take you guys on a grocery haul for Ironman prep to build endurance and maintain muscle. With that being said, let's run up the video. I'll see you guys tomorrow. All right, so it is the next morning. I'm gonna show you guys, as I mentioned, the grocery haul. But more importantly, I did just order a new pair of shoes. And it's another pair of Saucony Endorphin Speed 2s. This is not sponsored. I just want to share with you guys kind of what I wear. These here are the best for Ironman training and also for marathon training. These are actually the ones I use for my marathon training, so they are beat the hell up. So yeah, just ordered a new pair. I'll throw it in the top right hand screen of what they look like. Also, I wanted to say I get tons of questions about what I wear for shorts. So right here I have the Young LA compression shorts. They have this liner around the inside. You can save money by using code French for 15% off. But I like the liner because what it does is it kind of like keeps your legs nice and tight. And I don't know why, but for some reason it makes me feel better when I run. Like I can just go further and faster. So with that being said, we're gonna go hit this run in 1 hour and 15 minutes. So let's do it. All right, so before I go on my run, I want to show you guys what I'm wearing. I am wearing a Garmin chest rate monitor. Basically, the reason I'm doing that is because Ironman training is all based on heart rate. What I do is most of my training, the way it's programmed with Natasha, it's aimed very low heart rate, because when you train at a low heart rate, that's where you build aerobic base. That's where your body can burn fat as fuel, and you can just overall just sustain like a longer level of endurance, and which leads to, you know, performing and completing an Ironman. It's based upon how long you can last. So that's what we're gonna work on. That's what we are working on. So I'm gonna do an 1 hour and 15 minute run. So let's get into it. All right, so just like that, we finished up our run. That was brutal. Not gonna lie, I'm not used to running that long. So 1 hour and 15 minutes, I haven't ran that long since marathon prep. So we got work to do, but I did keep my pace low. I kept my heart rate low. It was about 127 beats per minute. And overall, I felt really good. So with feeling good and performing good, you know, the most important part is diet, and that's what I'm going to show you guys next. Everything I've been eating, and it's made the biggest difference in my Ironman training. So without further ado, let's get into it. All right, what's up guys? So this is the point in which you guys have been waiting for, what my diet consists of going into Ironman training. So ever since I did a bodybuilding show, my whole perspective on nutrition changed, because I realized like how every single meal you have makes you feel a different way. And it led me to, you know, place first overall in my class, and I just realized the power of food is just crazy, and the way you look, the way you perform, and the way you feel mentally and physically. So with that being said, now I care so much about my nutrition rather than what I used to do. Is I kind of just like focused on performing, and I did have knowledge about nutrition, but I wasn't as keyed in on like micronutrients as I was. All I cared about was calories and getting in calories. Even though I had an idea of like protein, carbs, and fats, but now I use protein, carbs, and fats, calories, and micronutrients. So that's what I'm here to tell you right now. Everything that I eat, everything that my diet consists of is based on micronutrients, not just based on something to fill me up. So with that being said, we're going to start off with the carbohydrate sources, specifically being fruit. So right here, all I have is bananas, blueberries, and strawberries, and sometimes I'll have peaches as well. Any fruit pretty much digests well for me. Basically, my diet's all about digestion. With Ironman training, I go from running to weightlifting to swimming to biking all in one day. I'm just doing so much, so I can't afford to have like a lump in my stomach. So fruit's always been a good way to like digest stuff. Here we have Light and Fit Greek yogurt. This is just going to help with like just repair muscle, as well as the almond milk. I use this and this together, and whey protein. So this is like the dairy section. I don't really eat a lot of cheese. That's just my preference, but if you do want to eat cheese, you can. I believe cheese is very useful. Another supplement that I take besides whey protein is vitamin D3, as well as some strong omegas. I'm going to show like a full day of eating how I implement this stuff, because I think supplements and meal timing is really important. Also, we have strong reds. This is a superfood powder. This is just to help make sure I'm getting all my micronutrients. Next, we have Bpm Electrolytes. This is so important. This is my #1 supplement right now, because there's 500 milligrams of salt. I take almost 2 scoops a day because of how much I'm sweating. Like I said, you sweat out water, you need sodium, because the sodium is going with the water. If you don't replenish it, you're gonna feel like shit. So with that being said, that's that. And then over here, my protein sources. So this is really strategic. 90% of the time I'm eating 90% lean beef. And then the other times I eat 85% lean beef, depending on, this is if I had a really hard day and I need to catch up on calories. And then this is when, you know, I have enough calories, I have enough red meat in the day, I'll eat this. Basically, it's just a difference in fat. But red meat is the most important meat to eat or to include. I eat it late at night because it doesn't sit in my stomach. Throughout the day, I eat chicken breast mixed with rice, and then like I said, I have my red meat in the afternoon, just because chicken and rice, what I found out through my bodybuilding shows, it doesn't leave a lump in my stomach. That's just me personally. I found red meat just takes me longer to digest. So that is that, as well as I'll have eggs in the morning, 4 eggs every single morning. And then over here, here's again another tool. All these are tools. Holy guacamole, avocados. I have this because if I'm low on calories, I need the fats. So if I'm low on fats, I need the fats. I use this instead of like lots of peanut butter, just because peanut butter, nuts really don't do well for me. That's just me. You can use peanut butter, but for me, I just choose not to. This is if I don't have time to make rice. That's another big carb source, as well as red skin potatoes. So I'll eat rice throughout the day. Then my last meal is meat and potatoes. And then we have carrots. I add carrots into my meals just sporadically. My next meal today, I'll probably have carrots in it, just because it's an anti-estrogen. It's got a lot of vitamins, and honestly, you need vegetables. Like I said, I'm one to talk. I did the carnivore diet, and one thing I can say is I think the best thing to do is to have a well-balanced diet. So that's the only vegetables I really eat, and the potatoes, but it works for me. Then the sauces, I just use like low-calorie stuff, G-Hughes, to get the ketchup. And then for seasonings, everything bagel seasoning, gas is my favorite one. And then over here, the only thing that I have to say is I have time. I don't use this because these are expensive. And what I do use is I just picked up a rice cooker, Aroma rice cooker. It's $45. Picked this up, and basically I can cook up to 20 cups of rice, and this is like super cheap compared to this. So that's what I do. I meal prep that, but if I don't have time, like I said, I use these. And then also I have an air fryer. This is just like a Power XL air fryer. I use this to prep my chicken and everything else, just because it saves on time. Like I said, fail to prepare, be prepared to fail. I do all this to make sure I prepare for the week, so I don't go to all the other junk food, because I'm like everybody, man. I like to dig in and go nuts, especially at night. I hate that. I hate doing that, but I do it too. So from time to time, don't make it a habit. That you can slip up every now and then. Also, I have a scale. I weigh out all my food ahead of time. Not because like I feel like you need to track to hit your goals. I just don't get enough calories in on Ironman prep, so I have to make sure like I'm monitoring like what I'm eating. And also, I really do enjoy just like tracking calories, because I think your body is a machine. And I think of this as like a monitor of like what fuel is going into the machine, and like how different macros affect how I feel. So this is why I like doing that. That's just preference, but I have a tailor-made scale. So yeah, this is pretty much everything that my diet consists of on Ironman prep. And if anything changes, like I said, I'll make another video and update you guys. But right now, it's really simple. I focus on micronutrients. Everything on this table hits all the micronutrients that you could even think of. And basically it's going to allow me to jump on the bike and to feel really good going from swim, bike to run with no gastric distress, like no bloating or anything. And that's what I want to preach to you guys is it's not about calories necessarily, it's about micronutrients. If your body gets the right micronutrients, calories in essence, they matter, but they're not as important as people make it out to be. You'll be less hungry, you'll have better body composition, and overall you're gonna feel amazing. So with that being said, this is my diet. Thank you guys for watching. I'm gonna wrap up the video here. If you haven't yet, like, comment, subscribe, stay corn fed, hit the subscribe button. Almost at 20K.